I'm going to show you how to use a website called Pazilla.org to do descendancy research. So you're going to sign in using your Family Search account information. And when you sign in first, it's going to generate a 6-generation fan chart. You can change the number of generations here, but basically each one of these dots is a different person. This one is me. The pink ones are for women, the blue dots are for men. I'm going to want to come out here and find an ancestor who was born between about 1830 to 1870. That time range will help us find descendants who were living in the United States during a time where the records are most likely to give us the best information. So you're going to come up and you can just hover over these little dots, and you're hoping to find someone who was born in the United States between 1830 and 1870. So take a look until you find one that looks good to you, and just click on them. And you're going to want to click Descendants. And then this next view is interesting. So what this is showing now is the person that I clicked on is in the very center. And these lines are not their ancestors, they are the descendants of that person. So this first circle are her children, and this next one are her grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. And you can see here, this yellow line shows the line that comes down to my family. So over here on the left, you can see we have a little key that gives us some more information about each of these descendants. Any descendant with a little yellow box, which you can see is right here next to this one, means that they died before they were 16 years old. So those descendants are very unlikely to have had children. And then the ones like these with this gray box next to them means that they were born within the last 110 years. That doesn't matter so much when you're just looking for an ancestor to add to your family tree, but later on when we're trying to find an ancestor to do temple work for, we need to find ones that were born earlier than 110 years ago. So right now we're going to focus on these ones that do not have children of their own showing up on the tree, do not have the yellow boxes, so we know that they lived old enough that they could have possibly had children at that age, and they don't have the gray boxes, so they were born over 110 years ago. So let's take a look at this one and go and view them in the family tree. And just like we learned before, we want to take a look down here and see, does it give us any more information? We see when he was born, but we don't know when he died, and we don't have any information about a spouse or children for him. So we want to find more, so we're going to search the records and see what we can find about this person. So when we get to this list of records, we're going to want to compare the information in this gray box at the top is the information that we have about this ancestor, Linton Graham, from our family tree. So we just know a little bit of info about his birth and we know his parents' names. And we'll want to compare that with these records to see if we can find him.